Amy and Mike's Brooklyn wedding is headed for disaster. With less than 2 weeks to go, nothing is planned.
And it's all kind of in here.
The groom is losing his temper.
No, you do it.
And the bride has cold feet.
I don't want people looking at me in a big white dress saying, oh, you're getting married, congratulations. Just like, go away.
Looks like a job for top British wedding planner, Jane Deas Hinch.
I'm in full-blown wedding planning mode. Go.
But all the drama may make it impossible for even Jane to save this doomed wedding.
I've never seen a bride who doesn't want her wedding day.
Amy and Mike are scheduled to walk down the aisle in 12 days. But if they don't get their wedding plans in order, they might be saying I don't instead of I do. In fact, this might be the second wedding they call off.
I proposed 3 years ago in May of 2003.
Amy said yes, but then she said no.
Yeah, I didn't want to get married. I didn't want to have a big wedding at all.
It was maybe cold feet. It was maybe cold feet.
And then she just said, I can't do it. I can't do it. She was on my doorstep.
Then Amy changed her mind. Again.
He said, you want to come back and live with me? We have to get married.
I wanted a wedding that was big and a big celebration, really.
So Amy agreed to walk down the aisle, but that's where she drew the line.
Whatever you want to do, fine. Don't involve me. Don't ask me anything. Just plan the wedding and I'll show up on that day. That's it.
So Mike's been trying to plan the wedding on his own, and now he's in way over his head.
It's definitely become a little bit overwhelming because there are so many details to handle.
Michael is a little stressed.
Michael is flipping out.
And what is the problem? If the wedding doesn't turn out just the way you want, then it's too bad. Your fault.
They need hope.
Enter Jane Deas Hinch, a British wedding planner who will grant Amy and Mike 3 wishes to save their wedding from certain disaster. But will the clueless couple use their wishes wisely? And will anything they do be good enough for a wedding planner with high standards and even higher heels?
Hi.
Right then, I got your SOS. You want to tell me what's the problem?
I was really scared to meet her. I was really scared.
And it's no wonder. Mike and Amy's wedding is in 10 days, and their plans are in shambles.
We have music. You've met with the organist.
No.
We've got a florist. Have you seen a mock-up of your bouquet of what it's going to look like?
No.
All I know is I was a florist, like $1,700.
Michael's cool, Michael's relaxed. Michael thinks he's got it all under control. He has no idea. Cake? 2, 3,
I don't know.
You don't know what the cake looks like?
We might discuss that. We'll discuss that tonight.
There is so much work to do. I can't tell you. And this is just an overview for me.
I'm happy that a lot of the planning has been done.
It wasn't really planning, was it?
It was like the planning.
Booking. He's a good
It was
booker.
booking.
The state of this couple's wedding is in a mess. She just looks terrified. If I actually said how I felt, I could really scare him.
Instead, Jane goes back to her office to work on a plan to save Amy and Mike's wedding.
We have a week to do this.
And the happy couple, they start stressing over deadlines.
I can't work on wedding stuff at school.
So work on wedding stuff. I'm gonna tell you.
I have to work on lesson plans.
I've been doing wedding stuff at work for the past 2 months. Don't use it.
It's not gonna get done tomorrow.
It's gotta get done tomorrow. It's gotta get done. We have to fax it to him.
Shut up.
You just said I'm not gonna do it tonight. I'm not gonna do it tomorrow. It's not gonna get done. It's gonna get done.
So do it.
No, you do it.
You do it.
I'm done doing it. All right?
With Amy and Mike at each other's throats, Jane arrives with her plan of action.
I'll probably be in shell shock when she tells me what we have to do.
I'm afraid she's gonna tell me that, you know, I'm completely up and, you know, how the hell is she ever gonna make this wedding come out good?
But it's not just up to Jane. She can only grant Mike and Amy 3 wishes. The rest, they'll have to do themselves.
I think we could, yeah, all right.
We need to go and see cake person. We've got to go and see the florist, sort out the bouquet, the corsages, the buttonholes. This is a week too late.
I know, that is actually making me nervous when I think about it. I just got a sinking feeling in the pit of my stomach.
Rings.
We need the friggin' rings. Could you get us some rings, please?
Have you got a contract for the DJ? Michael, this isn't the price. Tell me this isn't the price.
That's the price.
We're talking here just under £2,000. I couldn't believe you've paid that.
I know.
At the end of the day, it all comes down to this. What is it all costing?
I've done a little bit of back-of-the-envelope calculation. I'm hoping that the hall will let us open up all the envelopes and deposit them into our bank account before we have to pay.
Photographer. That is huge.
The cheesy pictures that I see, I think are ridiculous.
Jane, for our first wish, can you come with us to the photographers tonight and help get everything sorted out?
Yeah, no problem. If we have this whole day and it's not captured how they want it and they don't get the album of photographs that they want, to me, that would be such a shame.
Coming up, will Jane snap at the photographer studio? And will Amy call the whole thing off?
Can't happen again. I can't deal with that.
Amy and Mike's Brooklyn wedding is in dire straits. In fact, the bride doesn't even want a wedding.
Oh my God, I don't want to get married if this is what it is. Ugh.
In order to get their big day back on track, British wedding planner Jane Hinch will grant Amy and Mike 3 wedding wishes.
My first wish was for Jane to come to the photographers.
Amy and Mike are scheduled to take pictures in a studio. But that's an idea that seems foreign to Jane.
Hello.
I'm Richard.
Hello, Richard. I'm Jane. It's unusual for me to hear that we come from the church to a studio and then go to the reception. I haven't heard of that before.
This is kind of a New York tradition.
Right.
We do have a beautiful outdoor garden. Also, we have 2 indoor studios. So that's why I usually come back here with the bridal party.
That was something completely new for me. And he said, but that's what New York couples do, so I go along with that. But I just couldn't visualize Amy in her wedding dress going round in this garden. It's dirty.
See, out here we'll take pictures in front of the gazebo.
It was like a garden with a pagoda and a fountain and a room and...
Is the gazebo going to be like cleaned or something?
Yeah, sure.
With Jane, I could really see what he was trying to offer me. It was dingy, it was small, it was really awful.
So this is when I said, well, can't we do photographs at the church and at the reception? Why do we have to come back here?
So Jane keeps the photographer, but she ditches the sketchy studio.